Hey guys, hey, it's me, Jimmy Lou. I'm from the Messy Craft Corner, and you're on the Crafty Bunch by Rustic Daisies. Come say hello, you guys, because we're gonna have us a little bit of fun. A little bit of fun. Hello, hello. Come on in, say hi, and let's get a chit-chatting and talking about what Jimmy Lou did yesterday. So, you guys, what a fun day I had yesterday. I am tired still, but what a fun day I had yesterday. So yesterday I spent the entire day here in my craft room, doing several lives throughout the day. 5 in total. Oh, I need that. 5 in total, you guys, and we completed an entire junk journal. So good morning, good morning, good morning, Crafty Bunch. I could not Angie, I could not put this over on my page. Can you share it over to my page? I'm giving you permission to put it over there. You're an admin on my page, so you should be able to do it. But anyways, so we created this whole entire, look at how nice and chubby it is. Oh, and it's so yummy. Oh, I'm so excited. The one thing we didn't get to finish last night was I wanted to create a tassel for the spine. And so I'm going to do that with you guys this morning. And if it's not on my page, we'll get it over there, you guys. So anyways, I am less than 10,000 minutes viewed for my 600,000 minutes viewed on my page that I need. So if anybody is looking to rewatch some old videos today, there's 2 things you could do. You could help Angie out and watch one of her old videos here, or you could go over watch the videos from yesterday and see how we created this amazing. Look at how yummy this is. Oh, it's so yummy. Here's the cover. Okay, so let me tell you what we did. In the first video yesterday, we did the cover, and we added some extras to it, but we did the cover. I showed how to take, it's just an envelope, you guys, just a blank envelope, and we created the cover. Then in the second video, we went on to the sewing machine, and I showed how to stitch onto the cover. I showed how to stitch onto some of the papers. Some of the pages have stitching and trim work. We did all of that yesterday. Then in the third video, we sewed in the signature. This has only one signature, and a signature is a grouping of papers, a grouping of pages. And then in the fourth video, we started to add decorations to the pages. And the 5th video, we finished decorating the pages. We did some decoupaging with napkins, and we did the cover. And I love the cover. One person was not happy that I covered up the honeycomb on the front, but I love it with the vintage laces. And I'll just tell you, I got the laces from Michelle over at the Vintage Daisy. She sells vintage things like that. So all of the lace came from her, with the exception of this one right here. This one right here I had. Oh, and this one I had. So, you know, the other 3 on there. It is just lovely. Let's take a look at it. And then we're going to create the charm thing that I want to hang on the spine. So in the front covers we did, or the covers we did fabric pocket here. On the back cover, we did a fabric belly band, and that was just using some of those same fabrics we used on the cover. Inside here, I showed how to take a cover from the ephemera, and we created this really amazing tag with it. So you guys can see all these videos from yesterday over on my page. And the hum of bees is the voice of the garden. I thought that was a really cute little tag saying. My tags I have to back yet with some cardstock to make them a little more durable, but otherwise this book is complete. We did a little corner fold and just something decorative there. This is a paper doily, and we decorated it up. This is an actual vintage World War II stamp from Germany, and this had some postage stuff on it, so I thought that was cute. This here is a clip, and it holds a pen. I have to get some new pens to go in my journals, but we just did a little edging there we let the paper from this side hang over. Thanks, Kim. This journal will be for sale. I'm expecting for it to go somewhere near around $100 because of just how much work everyone saw get put into it. It was so much fun yesterday. Here's a little clip we made with some dangle pieces here. And then over here, this is just a little mini envelope with some bees on it. And then on the opposite inside, we put a writing paper. And we just clipped some stuff in. Other stuff we glued in. Here's a pocket. Inside the pocket, we just have 3 little bee journal cards. Hello, Novella. And places for photos. This is just decorative, but on this side is a pocket. There's a pocket right there. So you can put, you know, memorabilia. So this is a treasure. I had so much fun making it that honestly, if it doesn't sell, I won't be that sad. So, but yeah, it has a tuck spot. It's got this little half bee down here. And these things I left kind of freestanding, just so that way if someone puts a picture here, or if they want to tuck a journaling card into there, they can. Some beautiful fiber paper for writing on. Here's one of those napkins. I do have some napkin bundles if anybody's interested, of just 5 different bee styles. Just pretties. Here's the paper we stitched all around the edge. So just nice for writing on. And then we just created this right here. Just some book page. And then, you know, places, again, for photos and writing. Look at this. Isn't this yummy, delicious lace? Oh, thank you, Angie. Thank you. There we go. There's Teeny. Teeny, I love this cover. I walked in here this morning and it was staring at me and I said, you are such a delicious book. So here's, again, I left a lot of places for you, whoever gets it, to do all the things with. So here's some bee journaling cards for tucked down in here. We'll add some, like I said, I'm going to back them. Here's one that I made a while ago, just tucked in there. And this bee is just clothespinned on there just because it can go wherever. Whoever wants to get it, they can put it wherever. This little corner pocket is so fun. They're so fun, you guys. Here's the center. This will make a nice spread with a photo, some writing, whatever. And then here is, again, I love this vintage part. This is very pretty. I know I'm going to have a hard time with it. So we did this guest check. We stenciled it. We stamped on it. That's something you can use for writing. It's super cute. The honeybee. We stamped on some book page. It's got here. So you guys, if you want to see how to make the book in its entirety, all 5 videos are over on my page. And you can go over there and get it. Just tucked a little bingo card inside this bee pocket down here. This lace is so yummy, you guys. I love the lace and the little bee with the suitcase. I showed the book to my one son was here last night and he goes, oh, he looks busy as a bee. And I was like, that's the joke I made. So here's a journaling card. We made these a couple of, maybe last week, I think. We made some journal cards and I love this with the vintage pin and the yellow and brown striped. And then here we go. This still is doing its own thing. It's still doing whatever it wants. So eventually it'll go wherever it needs to. I don't want to get, oh, there we go. I don't want to get hung up in the fiddles, the fiddle faddles. So I left the some of the strings because it just looks cool. And then we created a pocket from a bag that has a pocket in the front. I showed how to make these little corner bookmarkers. They just go on the corner like this, but I have it in the pocket because I'm afraid I'll lose it before the book actually gets sold. And look at the daisy. Look at the daisies. So here we go. More of that fiber paper. And then this is the other half of that card that we put in. And we did this something similar. We did a pocket on this side over here. And then we created a journal card from a master board that just fits right down inside of there. And then here's a page for whatever. And then I stapled in 5 sheets of writing paper. So, you know, I forgot to put it in. I forgot to put the library card in. So I just want to say, the kits come with a library card and pocket, and you could just put it anywhere. You could just decorate the front of it however you want to, Miss Ruth. I honestly, it totally slipped my mind yesterday, but she's talking about the library cards and pockets. I included in the kits. So, you know, and these are just fun. You just decorate this up, just add some, you know, pretty paper to the front if you want to. And then it just has a library card. I probably will just clip this in here somewhere so whoever gets the book can have it. Because it can get attached anywhere. You could put it here, Miss Ruth, on this big pocket. We could put it, we could still put it there. We could put it there, add a little decoration to it, and it'd be good to go. So this is just a big old blank page, and then here's some of that napkin. These napkins are just gorgeous, you guys. And then on the back, like I said, there's a fabric belly band, and here is that string is just a little too long. This is one of those file folder booklets that I made on my page the other day. And we had to trim it down a little bit to get it where it would fit into this pocket. But the book is pretty amazing, you guys. And then it just has a little charm right here. So the one thing it doesn't have is the charm for the spine. And then on the back, we added, Ruth Buckwalter suggested about she said about putting metal corners on her book. And I said, oh, you know what? I wanted to use those. And we stuck those on the back. And then there's a little handmade limited edition piece there. And then the girls over on my page, they said you need to sign it. So I signed and dated it. Okay, so Angie has been pretty sick. I don't know extensively how much she told you, and I'm not going to tell you because that's her place. But and then it has a lace tie closure. So we're going to tie this up. And we're going to create just a basic kind of charm for the side. We're going to create using some of my leftover fabrics from the project. So, and then we also have some things we're going to clip onto it. So, what did I do with my... It's a little bit of a mess in here, you guys, because, you know, we just finished this book last night. And I'm looking for my bulb pins. I'm going to go grab them. They're on the counter in the kitchen. Don't ask why they're in the kitchen. They just are. No, they actually are not. They are not on the counter in the kitchen. I remember closing them up out in here last night because I said, oh, I need to close these before I knock them on the floor. And they're right here. So we're going to be using something called a bulb, B-U-L-B pin, to connect our dangles to. So I have these. If anybody needs any, I have some for sale, but I didn't come to sell you guys anything. But it looks like a light bulb, and that's why it's called a bulb pin. Thanks for the stars. I know Chris and Angie can sure use them. And we're going to start by connecting this to, and I'm going to have to look for it, you guys. It's under there. There was a little piece of thread when we sewed it on that we left. That's not it. That we left especially for the dangles. Okay, so that's on there. And I'm going to clip that. And we're going to just pull it down, because everything that we add to it now, we're going to clip onto here. Now, if you are a jewelry maker and you have the little lobster claw clasps, if you know what I mean, those little, I don't have any in here. Yes, I do. We could use these. Let's use this. Let's take that off and let's add this. Do you know why? Because we can add more things onto it than that. And it'll just dangle. Do your ears hang low? And I'm all about mixed metals. I do not mind mixing metals. Holly Ann, if you private message me, but I will tell you, I'm not letting it go for anything less than $100. because there's that much work and effort into it. So look at that. Nice little chain hanging there. And then I have all of these other things over here that are going to require my jewelry stuff. So let me grab these because we're going to need those. And where is my other pair? They're in here somewhere, you guys. I know it. They're in here somewhere. That is not them. That is not them. Here they are. Okay, so I work with 2 pair of pliers when I'm doing it. So we can just take this and that bulb pin that we had. Now let me tell you, this piece right here is special. This handwriting you see right here is Nanny Yetter's. Okay, so that's kind of special. I have tons of that stuff, and I just think these are fun to add because because you can use them for a bunch of different things. But I also have, and like I said, I'm not objective to doing mixed metals. I have these little charms, and we also have some little bees we can use. So we're going to add this on here with this on there, and then I'm just going to clip it onto one of these rungs. Okay, just like that. Look at how fun. That's fun. Tell me that's not fun. That's fun. Okay, and then I have these caps. They're called a bead cap. Let me show you the ones that I have. I have silver, and then I have this like copper gold kind of, which I think I'm feeling for this one. And then I have this one, which is more like a copper, but I'm really feeling this for this. So let's go ahead and use that one for this book. And then I'm going to pull out, I'm going to use a gold one. These are ribbon clips. Okay, so ribbon clips you can use on pieces, strips of fabric as well, just by, you know, clipping it on here, and then this just will hang nice and loosey-goosey. But I want to create a tassel. I want to create a tassel, and we're going to use several different things for that. First of all, I have some of this. We're going to use some of this, and I have a piece of this honeycomb ribbon. We're going to also include this in our tassel. So how I make my tassels probably very different than other people, but I like the way that I make them, so that's just how it's going to be. But we're going to use some of this floss as well. So let me just pull some of this off. I'm just lapping off a bunch because we're going to use a little bit of this stuff in a couple places. Whoops. Made me a big old tangle there. It was a tangle dangle, you guys. So I'm watching how long my stuff is, because if you have things too long, you're not going to be able to get it. You're going to have to be cutting a lot of stuff off at the end, unless you don't mind it hanging real long. So I'm just wrapping this up so that way it can go on here. Let's cut this off. We're going to use that. And then we're just going to do this. Oops. Just cutting the ends off. Just like so. Okay. Now, one thing that is fun to do with these is to add a little something onto those so that when they're hanging and dangling, they have something. They have just a little something. So these little bees, and each kit that I sold yesterday will have some of these bees in them. And I like to just put it on, just tie it on there, and just tie a little knot. And it doesn't matter where it's dangling from, where it's hanging off of. So we got one on that side. And we'll do one on this side. with me. So see, I just put them wherever. So wherever they lie in the great scheme of things, then that's where they go. All right, so here's my, we got ribbon, we got this, we got this. We're going to take, this is strips of the bee fabric. It's a little thick for what I want to do here. So we're going to just take a little bit thinner strips. This is just extra. They're getting enough of stuff in their packets that they'll have extra, and we're just going to rip it. So there's a piece. Oh, that got fat at one end. Why'd that get fat at one end? What did that do that for? There we go. There's that. We're gonna add, well, let's see. And then here's the honeycomb. This is what the cover was actually made out of. I like to rip it, rip it. I love the sound of ripping. Okay, why is that not ripping? I like the sound of ripping as it doesn't rip. I like ripping it because then it gives you all that nice stringy stuff, right? All the extra stringers. So there's 2 of those. This is what I need to tie this with. And we're going to do something with that then. And we're going to do something with this. And we're going to add some of this. So this is just, they're like pearls on a chain. So I'm going to actually take my needle nose here, and we're going to disassemble one end of it anyways. Just like so. Okay, and we're going to put that onto this chain. So we're just going to wrap this back around. Nice and tight like that. Oh, look at how fun this is going to be. It's going to be so fun. Yes, there's a lot you can do with like paper and stuff. So Angie, if you're taking names for your bucket, we have over 30 names. All right, so let's just wrap that around, and then I'm going to put a jump ring on it. And this is a jump ring. So it has an opening. It's like a split in it. And there's a difference between split rings and jump rings, okay? Just so that you know that. So you're aware. What did I do with my... I used 2 pair, and I twist it that way. And we're just going to go ahead and we're going to loop it onto one of these little loops here. And we're going to loop it right onto one of the parts of the chain here. If I can get my hands on it. And then I just use both my things, and back together it goes. Whoops. Or I think it goes back together. It's very hard to do some of this work through a camera lens. So then check that out. So now we have some beads hanging down there. Look at how fun. Oh my goodness, this is turning out fun, fun, fun. Okay, that's on. All right, so we want to add some more things to this, because I want some more yummy things hanging off of here. So by yummy things, I mean lace, you guys. So any lace that I used in the book, I am now cutting some pieces to put on here. So there are some there. So I think, though, the only real lace from inside the book that I can use that's big and fat is this stuff right here, which I'm okay with. So I'm just looking at it and seeing how this is going to play out, how it's going to look. It's going to look good. Hello, Miss Robin. Hey, you guys, thanks for dusting the daisies. And that just means to S-H-A-R-E. So feel free to do that. There was this yellow from the inside. I'm going to add a piece of that. And I had some rickrack that was coffee dyed. What did I do with that? Even though we didn't use it inside the book, I still think it'd be fun to add some to the dangle part because it's nice and it's dyed up. So there we go. So look at all this fun stuff that's going in here. Now, I just take this and I move some of this around so that it's not all in one big clump. Okay. And then this piece here, I'm just going to take it right in the center. And we're going to pull it. So we're going to tie it real nice and tight right here at the top. Now, this is how I make mine. I'm sure there are other people who make them way different. And that's okay. And then we're just going to take this like so. And I'm tying a knot at the top of it. That's so that we can put a bulb pin on it. And we can get it where it needs to go. All right, then... and we'll give it a haircut wherever it needs it. We're just going to slip this. We're going to attempt to. The nice thing about these ones is you can open these up to get to where you need to go. So I do that all the time. And we're just going to take these right here and we're going to slip it right through the hole in the center. Listen, I got to use my old lady eyes for this. We might have to put a little glue on it to keep it together. Yeah. Okay, so I take a little drip of hot glue that's hanging off my glue gun and just let it go. They're called bead caps, and you can get them in the jewelry department, whatever craft store you shop in. These ones came from Hobby Lobby specifically, but I've gotten them from, these ones are from Michaels. These ones are from Michaels. I'm using this one because I think it looks like the top of a flower. So I just ran my edge of my stuff there in a little bit of hot glue. And if you take it and pinch and twist, this works for everything, you guys. And then I'm just gonna, well, maybe it's not gonna work for me today. It's giving me a hard time, you guys. I don't want to have to get a needle out just to do this, but I might have to. Usually the glue trick works. I don't know why it's not working. Maybe I'm just not getting enough glue on there. Maybe I'm just afraid to pinch and twist because it's hot. All right, that should give it what I need. Sorry I have to do it where you can't see it, but once I get it started, I'll pull it back over there. Okay, so there it is. The tip is pushed through there, and then I just give it a pull. Tell me that's not going to go down over that knot. Well, it's not going to go down over that knot. Shoot. Well, we'll go on to a different one then. Try something different. Can't do the first one, do another one. This one also looks like a flower, so I'm okay with it. So I just give this a really good pull. Really good pull. I slept like a rock. No joke. As soon as I laid down, as soon as my head hit that pillow. So there's our little bees. They're kind of like hanging out in there, and they're hiding some, and that's okay. All right, so what we're going to do now is to keep that in, because if you don't do anything with it, it's just going to like flop around. We're going to do this, and you got to be really careful because you can burn yourself. But we're going to shoot some hot glue in there, and then we just pull this down. Now you got to wait for a minute or two till it kind of sets up. But yeah, my head hit the pillow and I was Outsville. Very much Outsville. So that's one way that you can make a tassel using the bead caps. Now, if you don't have a bead cap, you can do it like the good, oh, I forgot to put this in there. Oh, well, I was going to stick that in there too, so there was some of it hanging out, but I forgot. That's okay. All right, so then how I'm going to attach it to the thing there is just, again, by one of these little bulb pins. You can also use, instead of a bulb pin, you can use the jump ring, which I just showed you how to do that too. So let's just go ahead and we're going to slip this in here like so. And we're just going to connect it to wherever we want it to be on our piece here. So I'm going relatively high, so I don't have to trim a lot off, okay? So there's that. Look at how lovely. How lovely is it? It's lovely, you guys. Lovely. It's lovely. So, we can add some more whatever we want to this by using some of these. And these are one of my favorites to use. I'm just going to grab a piece of this fabric that matches the cover. And I'm going to give it a rip. Okay. So we're ripping it. And we're going to use a, oh, come on. We're going to use a, these are called ribbon clamps. Okay. So you just put it in there and you squish it, you squeeze it, and then this clips onto wherever. So once I attach this onto here, I'm going to use my scissors and we're just going to cut and tear and kind of shred it up some, and then we're going to attach it on there. But you can leave it just as it is too, right? It doesn't have to be cut and shred up and all those things, but all you do then is squeeze. Just give it a squeeze, 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 squeeze. Okay, just squeeze it up. And then, so then I pull it like this. Well, first what I do is anything that's hanging over too much like that, I get rid of. So just a little snip and a pull, okay? We can attach some of this to this ribbon clip too, just by disassembling it. This stuff is, it's like, it was made for jewelry stuff, like in the, I don't know, the 90s or something like that, when this kind of stuff was popular. And so all you need to do then to attach it is grab one of those jump rings and separate it like so. And we'll attach it here and here. And I dropped it. We'll find it then. And then we'll attach it over there. So let's just, we're gonna rip the strips, okay? So just clip and clip, and then I pull them. I pull it because then it will shred it and it makes it look just a little cooler. Apparently I'm not going to get 3 strips out of it like I was hoping. I'm only going to get 2, but that's okay because it still is going to look crazy wild. Neato. Neato, neato. Okay, I lost the ring itself. Here it is. It went skadootin', guys. It went and did a little skadoot. Okay, so we're attaching this onto here. And I'm going to attach a little piece of this onto here as well. In fact, I'm going to attach it kind of in the middle, like that. And then we're just going to take this and we're going to attach it to that chain. So wherever we want it on the chain, that's where it's going to go. Do you guys see why I didn't do this last night? I was so tired. This would have never... I would have never been able to do this last night. So we're going to attach this onto here like so. And then we're going to grab this and we're going to close this over, you guys. Whoops. Like so. And then we have that hanging on there as well. So these little chain pieces, you can get these at any jewelry, where the jewelry section is, and they make them different lengths. Like this one is a little shorter. They're great for that. I have one thing I forgot to bring in with me. Let me grab it quickly. So we're going to do a little bit of beadwork, for our dangle for off the edge. And for that, I have glass beads that are yellow and black. And I have all kinds of things for hanging off the end of stuff. In fact, I really love this. We might stick that on there. And, you know, there's like really old jewelry pieces that I like. You can add keys if you want to. So we're going to add some of these things, you guys. And sometimes you might have something that's already done. This is a dragonfly. If that was a bee, it would be different. But sometimes you have things already made, depending on how much of a jewelry maker connoisseur you are. So, we're going to do a little jewelry work, okay? A little bit of jewelry work. We're going to use some of these beads. We're going to use probably some of those honeycombs. All right. We're going to start with a long pin. That's an eye pin. So it has an eye on one end and it's straight, okay? Then this opens like this. You guys, Holly Ann is circling in for the bee book to make a purchase, I think. All right, and we're just going to do black and yellow. Black and yellow. I know, boring, right? But look at how cool it's going to look. And these glass beads probably came from Walmart or Amazon. I just pick them up wherever. But I like the black and yellow because it reminds me of Bumblebee. And I just want something real long that's going to kind of be long and dangly there. Okay. Now I have this great tool. Where is it? And it is, especially for jewelry making, it's kind of expensive, but it's oh so worth it, you guys. If I can, hold on, I got to get it out of my, it dropped down into my spinner thing and I can't seem to pull it out. Oh my gosh, you guys should see me trying to get this thing out of here. Come on. Ugh. Okay, so it is a loop pliers, and what you do with these is you just stick your pin through, okay? It goes through this open end, and it sticks out. There's a little tiny hole, I know it's hard to see, in the back, but I just stick it straight through, okay? And then you squeeze it. When you squeeze it, it cuts your pin and loops the end so that you have that loop. Okay, so now we have a loop, we have a loop. So we're gonna add these two little charms right here. And to do that, you need to use, yep, you guessed it, a jump ring. I should have my jump ring in here, but I don't have it in here, so we can't use it. So who is looking forward to Angie coming back? I'm looking forward to Angie coming back. All right, so I just unlooped that, and I'm putting this on here, like so. Keeps spinning on me. And we're just going to connect this the big black dangle and the little yellow dangle. And we're going to attach it. Now, there's no rules. There's no rules, okay? Whatever you like, whatever you want to add. I know my yellows are all different, all over the place, kind of yellows, but that's okay. That's how I want it, and that's how I like it. So it's going to look really cool with these pieces added on to that chain. And then it's just adding a different kind of yellow sort of look to it, okay? We're also going to dangle this little charm, I don't know where it came from, with this piece right here. And let's get that added. Let's get it added. I know, I miss Angie too. When I heard her talk yesterday, I said, good gosh. It does look like a fishing lure kind of work. Yes, absolutely. I agree with that. So this is just an old piece from a jewelry, probably an earring. I don't know. And I don't even know where I got it from. So let's put this and this on here. And then I want to add one of these honeycombs too. So let's add one of the bigger ones onto here. Like so. And then this piece here, we're just going to attach to that chain. So this is where like it starts getting tricky because you got to attach things to that chain, but you got to find the chain and see where's a free chain? Where's a free thing that you can attach to? So I want to attach this one to the bottom. And let's close that up. And that's going to look good. And then the other one we're going to connect right in here. So we have this one. Grab us a jump ring. This is almost done, you guys. I'm excited. So if you want to see how the entire book was made, you can watch all 5 lessons from yesterday. They were free. It was a free thing that I did, teaching how to do an entire junk journal. We did it all in one day. Jimmy Lou was extremely tired afterwards. And, but it was so much fun. I had so much fun doing it, you guys. Ouch. That's why I use 2 pliers. Okay. Then the test is to pick it up and see how it's going to dangle and hang and all the things. And look at how fun this is. Oh my gosh. This is so much fun, you guys. Look at that. Look at how cool is that? Okay, so, oh, I forgot this piece. This piece wasn't attached. Yikes, Phil. It did turn out pretty, didn't it? I'm afraid if I sell it, someone's going to get mad because they didn't get a chance to bid on it. But I have a second book started. It just needs all the work done to the inside of it. The only difference was that it didn't have, it's not stitched around the edge. Because I was showing that you could do them either way. So let's just close this up. Give that a squeeze. All right, now when we pick it up, nothing should fall off of it. There we go. Look at that. Look at how fun this is. Oh my goodness, you guys. This turned out super cute, right? Okay, this is a paper tassel. We're going to attach this on here as well. But before I attach it, I want to glue on one of these little tiny bees that I have. And these little tiny bees. And there's one on the cover. And we're going to now put one onto here. Let's see. Let's go right there. Looks like a good spot. And, oh geez, where did I stick that glue at? There it is, you guys. There's our little wooden bee. Those are so stinking cute. We're going to attach this on here as well. And then one other thing I want to show you is there's a lady that does these things called twisted tangles. And all she does is take leftover scraps and paper from her table. She rounds up corners and does all the things. And I thought, well, we could make one, and if it doesn't look good out here, I can just put it inside. But because this has a lot going on now, but some of those little paper tangles are cute. But let's add this. When in doubt, use a bulb pin. Just find where you want to hook it on that chain and hook it up. Hook it up. Look at how fun. Oh my goodness, you guys. This is so yummy. Woo! Let me grab a little bit of this stuff. And this is just the lace that we tied it up with. And I'm going through that top little rung right there. And we're just going to tie a bow up there. The reason I'm doing that is it pulls it all together. It ties it all together. Just like that. Oh my goodness, look at how fun. Okay, so Twisted Tangles are my friend, the Twisted Paper Studio. She is an amazing junk journaler, you guys. She does amazing work. And these are cards that can get put into the journal. But I'm gonna lap off a piece of this for this Twisted Tangle. Let's grab this, okay? And just round up these corners like this. And then she just uses whatever's on the table. And she just starts ripping things and layering things. Oh, I forgot to wash my brush out last night. Shoot. Okay. And yeah, we can add a piece of fabric on there too. Why not? Nobody says we can't. Okay, and then what else is laying here on the table? I have some of this honeycomb paper. That's there. What else? What else? What else? Let me see. What else? This little tiny tag, and that'll be cute on the front. So we're just going to use a whole my puncher, and we're just going to punch holes, and then all it does is it gets put onto one of those bulb pins, and that's it. So I'm just going to use my smaller end here, and we're just going to punch some holes. Ooh, my hand's shaky this morning. And I took my medicine, y'all. Twisted Tangles. Yeah, it's from the Twisted Paper Studio. She actually doesn't live very far from me. And she's a lot of fun to watch, you guys. This, okay, and then this is not gonna to do that. So we'll just use the pin part for closing it. All right, I've lost my pins now. So on here, I saw this Beauty and Grace, and I thought that was really pretty. So we're just going to use that, and we're just going to attach it onto here and get us one of these. Hello, Terry. And we're just going to start by layering some of this. So this is my longest piece, so this is going to the back. Okay. And then just this, and we'll clip on this fabric right there. Attach our little bee, little honeycomb, and our little tag. And like, that's it. That's all that goes on these. But I gotta tell you, I put them on backwards. So we have to go that way. You gotta go the smallest to the biggest. So it's just scraps that are left over. And then you can just attach it wherever. So now listen, y'all are going to say, why did you put them all on there if you're just going to take them back off? Because I want to put a little black bead on there. That's why. We're going to attach a little black bead. And sometimes it is putting stuff together, taking stuff apart. To make it work. So let's also grab one of these. Let's do the little tiny bee. I think the tiny bee will look better on there. Just like so. Now let me tell you, sometimes people will send me a message and they'll say, won't that tear? If I put this on the cover, won't that tear? It could tear. But I'll tell you, these books are not meant for like little kids or for rough handling. They're great books. Oh God, where did I put it? Yikes. It's right in front of you, Jimmy. Just take a second. It's here. The book is here. Oh my gosh. Here it is behind me. So you can attach these to this over here as part of that dangle. And that's what we're going to do. We're just going to find a free space and we're just going to clip it on there. So will the paper tear? It could. it could also be fine. And it just adds something a little extra to your cover. Okay, so I'm pretty satisfied with how it looks. I'm going to stop playing with it before I end up adding too much. Some of you might already feel like there's a lot on there, but it just has some pretty things on there. Then it has just these little papers, and it's just got all of these nice fabrics. It has beads, it has charms. I don't know how you guys think I did. I think I did amazing at this. So I hope you guys all have a good day in whatever it is that you do. I'm going to try to be live a little bit later. And maybe we'll add that library card to this, and we'll just maybe clean up and work on a masterboard and just do something sort of relaxing. So, you guys have a good rest of your day. Over on my page, we like to say, if you, oh geez, what do I like to say? Remember to always be kind, because you never know what someone's going through. I hope you enjoyed this little look into what my page looks like. We do a lot of bookmaking and junk journaling over there. And this was the very first time that I did an entire book in one day, with the exception of the little charms and stuff. So, I don't know. I feel like I want to tie a little bit of lace onto there yet. See, I told you. I told you what will happen. Jimmy Lou will just kind of keep, like the Energizer Bunny, going and going and going. And I lost that little bitty lace I was using, so I may not be going and going. I may be done. We might be finished. It was attached right there. So let's just, oh, let's grab that. I just feel like I want to tie a little lace onto this. All right. Angie, you feel better. Thank you guys so much for joining us. And I hope you all have a good day. Go create something awesome. And you will be seeing Angie real soon. Thanks for joining us, guys, and have a great day. See you soon.